What's going on, kings and queens? It's your boy Willis Bless, back with another episode of the Secret Sauce Podcast, the ingredients of the underdogs. Listen to me. I got something good for y'all. It's about to get hot in here. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, there ain't no grill in here, but it would have got real hot in here. But he already raising the temperature, all right? Man, Ron, how you feeling, baby? Man, pleasure to meet. Man, come on now, man. Yeah, man, it's an honor, man. I love what you're doing. You make an impact, and again, anybody who's a friend of Jeremy is a friend of me. You feel me? So, man, this is gonna be a fun episode because we'll get into it. But man, let the people know who you are and what you do, man.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Ron Patterson, but I go by Ron P.
Yeah.
I am a recently retired firefighter, and I'm an executive pitmaster for my company, Goshen Point Barbecue.
Okay. Let's start right there. The firefight. Talk to me about that, man.
Man, I was a firefighter for a little under 20 years.
Wow.
19 years. Firefighting is what led me to becoming a pitmaster, man.
Wow.
You know, at the firehouse, one thing you got to do, especially when you're the guy at the lowest of the totem pole,
Yeah.
you have to do all the cooking. And so one of the guys, when I first started, he's like, look here, Proby, don't come in here just cooking no spaghetti and hot dogs. You better come with something. So I'm like, man, I got to figure out something I got to do that's going to be better than the next guy.
Wow.
And that's where the barbecue journey started.
Man,
That's where it
bro.
started, man.
So give me a horror story when you was in the firefighter
Man.
area, man.
A horror story
Give me
when I
one,
was in the firefighting area. Man, the biggest horror story I could think about is when it's the middle of the night. You just get back from a call. You're in the shower, right? Thinking, all right, man, it's about 2 in the morning. I'm going to be able to relax, lay down.
Yeah.
But you're in the shower. Then the tones drop. And now you got to go fight another fire. You still wet as all get out.
Wow.
You ain't got time to get your clothes on all the way. You got to hurry up, draw, get on that truck, because guess what? You got to go put a fire out.
Wow.
That was one of the biggest, I guess, fears I always had, and then it happened.
Man. Wow, bro. Okay. So talk to me about this, man. Like, outside of the firefighter, when you was cooking, did you always have a passion for cooking before
I did
that?
it, man. It
Wow.
came from being a firefighter, because at the firehouse, you have some downtime, right?
Yeah.
And so we're there for 24 hours. And within that 24 hours, you got to eat. You know,
Wow.
if you're not somebody that brings all your meals prepared, I'm not that kind of structured guy where
Yeah.
I got all my meals prepared, so I'm going to cook at the house, at the
Yeah.
firehouse. And that's where it all started for me, man. Learning how to cook inside the firehouse.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about this. I don't want to think everybody assumes and they know what is a pit master. Talk to me about
Look,
that, man.
what that is, and where I said I was able to take on that title as a pit master, is when you're able to create the same product when the elements outdoors are affecting your cook. And you're able to create that same product for over 100 people to get the same result when the weather and everything else is perfect. That's when you're a pit master. Yeah.
Wow, man. Okay, so let me ask you this, because I've been watching on Netflix that barbecue
Yeah.
series, man. That joint be like, it be relaxed. I have my feet up, just watch. I'm like, man, these dudes are getting down to it, right? So talk to me, man. What's one of the things that brings you joy when you're cooking, man?
When I'm cooking, the serenity in starting the fire, right? So I always tell people that things kind of go hand in hand, right? So I used to be a firefighter,
Yeah.
so I'm putting fires out,
Come on.
and now I'm starting fires, right? And so for me, the calm in starting the fire, watching that fire grow, to be able to turn this hunk of meat that otherwise is just a real tough piece of meat, which is brisket, right? To turn it into a tasty piece of meat that everybody's like, oh yeah, man,
Come on.
he did it.
Yeah.
That guy did it. You
Yeah.
know, once you have that piece of
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
now.
man.
I love it, man. So what is your favorite dish to cook, man?
Absolutely brisket, man. That is my most. I'm from Texas, right? So in Texas,
Texas.
if you cannot cook brisket, don't
Yeah.
get behind that pit, right?
Wow.
That is our staple in Texas, and that's my absolute favorite piece of meat to cook. And again, the reason why that is, you get this hunk of beef that's about 14 pounds, right?
Come on.
You're gonna trim that beef down. You're gonna season it up. That piece of beef is gonna take you anywhere from 14 to 16 hours. So what I always tell people, this is my art in motion, right? Because you get something that's tough and it transforms into something that's tender.
Come on.
That's why it's my absolute favorite to cook, because it's the thing that takes the longest to cook, but it's the most rewarding.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Man, so being a firefighter, right? I think this is important to also tie into, this amazing episode with you. What are some lessons that you took from being a firefighter that are now applicable in your actual cooking business?
The biggest one that stands out is being able to adapt and overcome. And what I mean by that, right? When I was a firefighter, inside the truck, you have what we call our laptops, and it gives you a brief rundown of what this run that you're going to is going to look like. And a lot of times when you show up, it looks nothing like what you saw on that laptop.
Wow.
So you have to adapt to the situation of where you're at in order to be successful on that call, right? Whether it's a fire or if it's an EMS call, right? Because I might get a call that, hey, this person is bleeding from their hand. When you get there, they're bleeding all over because they've been shot, right? So now I got to adapt. But the way I'm going to address that person is totally different from a hand cut to being shot.
Come on.
And how that translates into business, right? In business, you have your highs and lows, right? And you have to be able to adapt when you're at your lowest form of you in your business, so you can come back up to the high. Yeah.
Man, that's dope, man. So let me ask you this. What are some of the things that you see cooks do wrong when they're cooking? I got to hear this from you, man.
From a barbecue standpoint,
from a barbecue
man,
perspective.
the thing I see the biggest, and I'm sure you probably seen this at the cookout or at family reunion,
Talk
right?
to 'em.
Where you got Unc at the pit, and you just see this heavy white smoke just coming out the pit.
Oh, yeah.
Most people are like, oh man, I'm barbecuing. No, you are not.
Ooh.
You are not. So when you're gonna do a long cook where you're smoking some meats, or even if you're grilling, you want that smoke to be almost translucent, where when you're looking, it almost looks like a mirage in the distance.
Yeah.
When you get to that point with your fire, that's when you know, all right, now we cooking. Now we cooking. You don't want this big old dense white smoke, because that's when the meat starts to get bitter.
Yeah.
But when you have that translucent smoke, man, that's when the goodness gets good.
Oh, man, I'm glad I saved you last, man, because Lord, no. Hey, man, I'm going to need me a brisket
Come on,
after
man.
this. You hear me, Kev? I'm going to need me a brisket, right? So, all right, let me ask you this, okay? What has been one fire that you had to put out in your life to be where you're at right now?
What's going on, kings and queens? It's your boy Will is Blessed here. Listen to me. It took me 5+ years to be able to land my first paid talk. And I'm going to tell you why. Two reasons only. Number one, I didn't have a mentor. And number two, I didn't understand how to effectively package what I do. But for you, we already expedited success for you. All you have to do is do the work and execute at a high level. As long as you do that, I promise you, you're going to get you to the next level. So pretty much what we're going to do for y'all, we're going to give you the exact email templates that we use, our 5-figure email templates to land high paid speaking engagements. Not only that, we're going to give you a contract template. My biggest issue when I first started, y'all, I didn't know who to reach out to. And then when I knew who to reach out to, I didn't know what to say. We're going to take care of that for you. Then we're also going to give you a done for you speaker sheet, okay? Literally, you're going to take this, use it as marketing material, and then you're going to get access to my 3-day replay of communication to currency challenge, where we're going to show you how to craft your message, package your message, but most importantly, how to generate from your message. Click the link below. I'll see you on the inside.
That's good. One fire I had to put out in my life to get to where I'm at right now. The fire that I had to put out in my life is having self-belief, right? Because you'll talk yourself out of something that God's put inside you to do.
That's right.
Right, so I had to get out of my own way so I can do what God's called me to do.
Come on.
It was hard for me to transition from being a firefighter to being an entrepreneur, because that's what I knew, and I at the time didn't have the faith that I was going to be able to carry this journey in entrepreneurship down the road. But once I stepped into faith, man, got to see all of God's goodness, all the opportunities that he continues to bring my way that wouldn't have necessarily been able to accept being a firefighter, because I was tied to being at work 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of on my own time where I can move a little bit more fluidly, get to places, get to be here in Atlanta with my man Will. You know what I mean?
Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I love it, man. So what would you say right now is one of your greatest accomplishments that you're like, man, like, God, like me, like, I'm so proud of this, man. I thank you, Lord, for using me. Like, what would be that one accomplishment that you're super proud of right now at this moment?
Being a father.
Whoo, talk heavy,
Being a
man.
father, man. Like, God entrusted me with two little humans to raise,
Yeah.
to teach them about His goodness.
Come on.
You know, that has been the biggest accomplishment, man. There's not enough money in the world. Money comes, money goes. Business comes, business goes. But being a father,
Yeah.
that's forever, man. Whether I'm here or not, my kids know that Daddy loves them, you know, and that has been the greatest accomplishment I've done to this day.
Wow,
I
bro.
don't know if I can never top that, you know.
Nah,
I don't think I can
man.
never top that, man.
That's a good one right
You know?
there, man. So, bro, let me ask you this question right here, right? Because I just want to understand the concept, right? So, for me, I'm watching these shows. I'm watching them cooking. They
Yeah.
grilling this, grilling that. Talk to me about the process of grilling. And then I want you to take that process of grilling or Pitmaster and then make that a life lesson in life. Yeah.
So it starts with a plan,
Come on.
right? So let's just say somebody hires me to cater a 200 people event. They want brisket, they want sausage, right?
Yeah.
So now I got to come up with my plan. How many briskets do I need in order to accomplish feeding all these people accurately? And from that plan, once we figure out that plan, now it goes to the cook, right? Do I have enough wood to put on this pit to ensure that I got all 10 of these briskets that need to be cooked for these 200 people,
Come on.
right? So then, boom, now we're at the cook. We're getting the barbecue pits lit, getting them started. Then you got to make sure you maintain that for 14 hours to ensure that you go from that tough piece of meat to that tender morsel.
Come on.
Right? So for 14 hours, you got to be locked in order to get the product that you're looking for. Now, it ain't over there because, right? All right, so now we got through the cooking process. Now you got to make sure you get all that to the people in the nice warm manner and make sure everybody gets served in a timely manner, right? In most events, you want to get everybody served under 30 minutes. So how do you do that? So now you need a team.
Yeah.
Right? So now you need other people. And I truly believe God has made us to where you have to lean on other people, right? You can't do it by yourself,
That's right.
right? You know, there's no, as people like they always say, there's no I in team, right?
right.
So you need a team that's going to help you fulfill this order. So then now I gather my team together. We get over to the event. I get that meat sliced up, and now we serving, man. You know, and for the metaphor for life is start your plan. Have a plan of where you're trying to go to,
Yep.
right? And along that journey, you know, adapt and overcome, because you're gonna get some speed bumps.
Yeah.
You're gonna get some hardship. Things aren't gonna go the way you think they're gonna go.
That's right,
Right?
yep.
You're gonna have some people walk out on you.
Come on.
I can speak on that. You're gonna have some people that you expect to be there
Yeah.
that will walk out on you, right?
Facts.
So now you got to adapt and overcome, so that way you can still get to the fulfillment side of things. Yeah.
Godly. So, you know, me and Jay were chopping up. Jay was telling me that you got this school coming up, man.
Oh yeah.
Talk to that, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm now getting into the space of mentoring people that want to go from zero and not having a catering business or into the catering world to get into your first few gigs, right? So if you're somebody that has ambitions or aspirations to be not necessarily a pit master, but a cook that wants to go from not having your catering business to getting to one started, I'm your guy, man. I can get you there. I can show you everything I know to get you from zero to making your first few $1,000s in the food industry.
Yo, man. Yo, this is dope. I'm around a Pitmaster, man. Let's go, right? Man. So as we land the plane, man, I want you, Ron, to speak to that cook out there, or that aspiring cook that's like, man, like, I hear you, Ron. I want to get in this industry, but I'm feeling so discouraged right now. Like, I try to cook. People like, man, they ain't really vibing with it. Talk to that cook right now. Give them a secret ingredient they can use right now in their life for that underdog.
Man, for that underdog, I'm talking to you right there.
Come on.
So if you're that guy thinking like, man, I'm not sure if I have what it takes to be that cook. First and foremost, I want to tell you, you do. You have what it takes, but you have to have that plan, right?
Yeah.
So first thing you need to do, figure out what meals do you cook the best, right? What meals do you cook the best? Then because you have that gift that God gave you, go give that gift away.
Come on.
Because the best feedback is from people. When you get that food inside and in front of people, they're going to tell you what's good and what's not.
Yep.
And once they give you that feedback, now it's go time. Do your first pop-up. Go to a farmer's market. Go somewhere where you can set up, put a price tag on what you're doing, and get your food to the people. And that's how you get started.
Man, listen to me, Ron. Let the people know where they can find you and tap in with you at, man.
Absolutely, man. So you can find me at gpbbq.com or on any social media. The name of my business is Goshen, which is Goshen Point Barbecue, on every social platform. And you'll see your man, Ron P.
Hey, Ron P., the Pitmaster.
Yes, sir.
All right, family, let's get it. Let's grow. And again, all right, it's time for you to put the fire out in your life so you can be the Pitmaster of your life. Let's be great. Peace.